pet for Peter. Peter wanted a real live pet. He wanted the nicest one that he could get. He looked a long time for the right one. Where did he get it? What was the pet? Just turn the pages of this book and you will find out. Peter talked to Daddy about it. I want a real live pet of my own, he said. We will go and look for one, said Daddy. On Saturday we will drive out and see what we can find. Where will we go? Asked Peter. We will visit a friend of mine, said Daddy. He will know all about pets. Where does your friend live? Asked Peter. Who is he? That, said Daddy, is a surprise. Maybe Peter could find a pet. What could he get? I'm going out to look for a pet, said Peter on Saturday morning. He got into the car with Daddy. Where are we going? He asked. We're driving from here to there, said Daddy, and his eyes twinkled. Where will we find a pet? Asked Peter. We will find it where my friend lives, said Daddy. Peter wanted his own live pet. What could he get? Peter wondered where Daddy was going for a pet. Daddy drove out of the city. He drove past the post office. He drove past the schoolhouse. He drove past the railroad station. Soon they were on a country road. Tall trees grew on either side. There were big fields and green hills. All at once, Daddy turned the car into a lane. The lane led to a big white house. Back of the house was a big white barn. My friend lives on this farm, said Daddy. Peter looked all around for a pet. Then out of the barn came a man in a blue shirt and overalls. Hello, Mr. Brown, said Daddy. My boy Peter wants a real live pet. We thought your farm was the place to find one. Come and look around the barn and the fields, said the farmer. Maybe Peter can find a pet. Peter got out of the car. He took the farmer's hand. They walked toward the big white barn. Peter could hardly wait for his pet. Out in the pasture, he saw a pretty brown colt. It had long, wobbly legs. Peter said, I'd like that brown colt for a pet. No, said the farmer, that isn't the pet for you. Your house is not the place for a colt. He needs a big meadow to run in. He likes a barn to sleep in. The colt was not to be Peter's pet. What could he get? Peter kept on looking for a pet. He went out to the field where the sheep were eating grass. A lamb came up to Peter. He had a funny black nose and little black legs. Peter said, I'd like this lamb for a pet. No, said the farmer, that isn't the pet for you. The lamb belongs here. I feed him and take care of him. Then someday I will cut off his heavy wool and sell it. The lamb was not to be Peter's pet. What could he get? Peter went on around the farm looking for a pet. Down in the big pig pen he saw a wee white pig. He was eating and grunting. His nose was pink and his tail was a tight little curl. Peter said, I'd like the wee pig for a pet. No, said the farmer, that isn't the pet for you. He's used to his big pen with the mud puddle in the corner. In your house he wouldn't be happy at all. The pig was not to be Peter's pet. What could he get? Peter was sure he would find a pet. Close to the barn were two goats and a frisky kid. The kid jumped and capered on his 4 little black feet. Peter said, this little kid would be a good pet for me. No, said the farmer, that isn't the pet for you. That little kid still needs his mother. He would be very lonesome in your house. The kid was not to be Peter's pet. What could he get? Where would Peter find a pet? In the field he saw a gentle cow. Beside her was her little red and white calf. When the calf saw Peter, it ran and kicked up its little heels. Peter said, I'd like to take the calf home to play with me. No, said the farmer, that isn't the pet for you. The calf couldn't romp and run with you. You couldn't pet or cuddle it. The calf was not to be Peter's pet. What could he get? Peter looked everywhere for a pet. A white hen was scratching for food in the chicken yard. Cluck, cluck, she called to her 10 little yellow chickens. Peep, they all said. Peter said, I'll take one of the yellow chicks. It will be a nice pet. No, said the farmer, that isn't the pet for you. A yellow chick doesn't like to be petted. He'd rather live on the farm in my chicken house. There didn't seem to be any pet for Peter. Ducks were swimming around on a small pond. Peter stopped when he heard them talking to one another. Quack, quack. He said, I'll take the little fuzzy yellow duck. It will be fun to have him for a pet. No, said the farmer, that isn't the pet for you. A duck needs a pond or a brook to swim in. He would not be happy in a house with you. Peter still had not found a pet. Near the barn was a rabbit house. The bunnies hopped in and out of the little doors. Peter patted a soft white bunny. He said, "I'd like this soft white bunny for a pet." "No," said the farmer, "that isn't the pet for you. A bunny likes living outdoors. He wants green grass to nibble. Your house is not the place for a bunny." The bunny was not to be Peter's pet. What could he get? On the clean hay in the barn was a mother cat. She had 2 kittens. "Please let me have a kitten for a pet," said Peter. "No," said the farmer, "that isn't the pet for you. I need those kittens to catch the mice that would eat my corn and wheat." Then as Peter went out of the big barn door, he saw a puppy. "I want that puppy for my pet," said Peter. "I want him more than anything I've seen." "I'm glad you like him," said the farmer. "His name is Pal. He is just the pet for you. I know you'll give him food and water and be kind to him. Pal is your dog now." At last Peter had found his pet. Pal is a much better pet for Peter than the colt or the lamb or the calf. He is better than the chick or the bunny or the kitten. Pal is the very best pet that Peter could get.